How you doing? How you doing?
It'd be better if I were at my house.
Good.
It'd be better if I were at my house. Thank you. Thank you.
So is this
Going? Good to see you.
Yeah.
Going? Good to see you. I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm always in a constant battle. So sorry for that.
I didn't even notice. I didn't even notice.
I'm not sure.
I've been out just working every day.
I've been out just working
I
every
know.
day.
Yeah, I know. I know. Yeah, I know. That heat takes it
When
out
did
of
I
you.
turn into the clean cut guy?
That heat takes it
When
out
did I
of
turn into the clean cut guy? That's what I want to know.
I don't know. I'm just going through a phase. I don't know. I'm just going through a phase.
As long as it just stops at the beard, you'll be okay. As long as it just stops at the beard. No sports car.
I can't buy a Ferrari.
No sports car.
I know I can't buy a Ferrari. I know I can't buy a Ferrari, but I can afford a Ferrari. I can afford a Ferrari. So we got to turn around. Okay. So we got to turn around. Okay.
I guess we're still missing.
Okay.
I guess we're still missing.
Two. That's good to know. Oh, he's over there. That's good to know. Oh, what's that? Where's John? Yeah. What's that? Where's John? Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Let's see. Let's see. And how did these work out if I need to mute? And how did these work out if I need to mute?
They are. Are these mics on all the time? They are.
That's her.
Thank you, sir. I really appreciate it. I don't know if you got that. Sir, I really appreciate it. I don't know if you got that email, but it was very,
See a presentation.
Okay. You can do 2 separate catchers. You can do 2 separate catchers.
I'm talking about leave when Terry handcuffs me. I'm talking about leave when Terry handcuffs me. It's not mine. It's not mine.
Are we ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Are we ready?
Yeah.
You ready? Okay. Catherine, you ready? Let's go ahead and come to order. Catherine, would you please take roll? Let's go ahead and come to order. Catherine, would you please take roll?
Here.
Here.
Gamba. Leahy.
Here.
Davis. Gamba.
Here.
Gomez.
Here.
Davis.
Here.
Ingram. Gomez.
Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Here.
Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, we have a special meeting. All right, we have a special meeting this evening to discuss one agenda item, and that is the 7th Street project. I believe we have a brief presentation by.
Before it starts, I just wanted to kind of let you guys. Before it starts, I just wanted to kind of let you guys. Staff was looking at out of this conversation, and it is a kind of a decision on you guys would like to move forward with. Phases you guys would like to move forward
Funding.
with.
Like how would you
and then
essentially like
funding.
to fund it?
How would you essentially
And could I
like
kind of
to
make
fund
my
it?
statement about 8th and
And could I kind of make my statement
That's okay.
about 8th and Cooper?
Okay, I know some of you are here because
okay.
you're worried about us paving.
Okay, I know some of you are here because you're worried about us paving
August
Cooper.
20th.
We're going to put that off
also
until
8th Street.
August 20th.
I've been told that's a
and
much
also
better
8th
time to
Street.
do it than this
I've
week.
been told that's a much better time to do it than this week.
Thank you.
All right. So I believe we have a presentation by. I believe we have a presentation by the DDA, the executive director of the DDA, Leslie Bethel.
Thank you, Mayor Gamba. Thank you, Mayor Gamba. I'm joined by Derek. I'm joined by Derek Boundaries Unlimited, who's been the civil engineer. Boundaries Unlimited, who's been the civil engineer on the 7th Street project. I guess I'm taller than on the 7th Street project. I guess I'm taller than the average bear. Right? So tonight we're here to talk about 7th Street. Tonight we're here to talk about 7th Street. We're just going to do a very brief overview because there are people in the audience and maybe people that are watching this that might need some orienting. This is where we started. This was the beginning of schematic design. I just want to back up for a minute. Prior to that, I just want to back up for a minute. There was a design done about 10 years ago. There was a design done for 7th Street. Once it made it through construction drawings. Once it made it through construction drawings. The better part of 10 years, people in our community have been talking about. People in our community have been talking about a full look at what the future of 7th Street could be. At what the future of 7th Street could be. I think that's a fair description. So this phase of work started the spring of 2016, spring, summer. We did a survey, we had workshops. We did a survey, we had workshops, design concept, and we came up with the design concept that I'm going to show you. No, just 1 minute. No, just 1 minute. This one, I guess SD. Yeah, this is. SD. Yeah. So we have gone through we've done a lot of council updates. We've done a lot of community council updates. We've actually gone out and done presentations. We've actually gone out different done presentations. We went to different volunteer groups. And made a presentation. We went to Kiwanis and made a presentation on this. We went to the Rotary and made a presentation. So the Rotary. We've reached out to a lot of the community. We've reached out to a lot of the community. As many of you know, we've applied for grants. As many of you know, we've applied for grants. We have Federal Mineral Lease District, another Federal Mineral Lease District, and another from DOLA. Again for $400,000 from DOLA.
Sure. I think one of the really important aspects to point on in this process is this picture that you see before you. This picture that you see before you. This was the culmination of what came out of a lot of those property owners and citizens in Glenwood Springs that wanted to see this downtown that wanted to see this downtown was not just become someplace that was not just humdrum, but was someplace fantastic, someplace that would draw you. And in those discussions, there was a lot that was going on discussions. There was a lot that was going on about Sunken Plaza really revitalizing the Sunken Plaza area. What is currently now next to where the elevator's at. What is currently now next to where the elevator's at. That unfortunately doesn't get sunken area that unfortunately it doesn't get utilized really by hardly anybody. It sits there in kind of a dilapidated state. It sits there in kind of a dilapidated state. It's not really family friendly. It's hidden by trees. It's not really family friendly. There was a real strong desire to do that. So there was a real strong desire to do that. There was also a real strong desire to boost the area using some quality materials. Back in 2013, a few years prior, back in 2013, we worked with the DDA on beginning some of those improvements along 7th Street, from the Hotel Colorado, that block from Blake to Cooper, Hotel Denver, I'm sorry, and then also from Cooper, and that was taking out the old concrete sidewalk and replacing it with these beautiful clay with some brick sandstone bands in it, and that got us a jump start into it. And that got us a jump start into it. And so a lot of the conversation that happened during this investigative period was to how do we take what was started and not only just expand it, and not only just expand it, but add to it in its enhancements and its beauty, and help it to be something that became more timeless than typical concrete. There was also a lot of discussion about how this area. There was also a lot of discussion about how this area has a lot of potential. What would it take to do that? And the conversation started turning into making the street. The conversation started turning into making the street more like a plaza, more like a plaza, pedestrian closed off on the ends to traffic and opened up. Closed off on the ends to traffic and opened up to pedestrians. Open markets for a lot of festivities and so open markets. This all began to put together all those. This all began to put together all those pieces that everybody was looking at these great renderings, and as everybody was looking at these great renderings, the elevator, the bridge, and the elevator, saying, "Wow, that's going to be beautiful. We need this to blend." Saying, "Wow, that's going to be beautiful. We need this to blend in with that." And turn it into something that looks like it was all planned out for and not just a street improvements project. And so that's where all street started coming together. When you look at the materials, so that's where all this started coming together. When you look at the materials that were cobblestone type pavers, the cobblestone type pavers, using something natural, getting some water, some movement in there, so that getting some water, some movement in there, so that when people saw it, stay there and then look over and hang out. Stay there and then look over. Get a place where families really wanted to get involved. Get a place where families really wanted to get involved. A place where there's movement that would get the kids entertained as well as the adults. That would get the kids entertained as well as these parts all started coming together. These pieces and these parts all started coming together. In it, you can see that there's we put some curvature into the street, put some slow down traffic into the street to slow down traffic. A lot more trees and landscaping added into this plaza. A lot more trees and landscaping added into this plaza. It was all raised up. Was planned to take it out so that this could all be raised up in grade. Take it out so that this could all be raised up in grade. So in this one here, we had flowing streams that were going. In this one here, we had flowing streams that were going through as one of the later down the line that ended up needing to come out. Later down the line, that ended up needing to come out. But in that still, we maintained some splash. In that still, we maintained some splash. Attract kids, and then in the underbridge area, attract kids, and then in the underbridge area. Where this all went to as we get into this, some more water where this all went to, some more water features in that location. The really important piece in here is we listened to the really important piece in here is we listened. And we managed to get it all into was asking one set of plans. And we managed to get it all into one set of plans.
Man, that was pretty good for a civil engineer, don't you think? Man, that was pretty good for a civil engineer.
That was very descriptive.
No kidding.
That was very descriptive.
Okay. So from there. So we went back and refined. Nope. We went back and refined. Nope, that's not what I want. SDD, there we go. We refined the drawings even further. We refined materials even further. We looked at different materials. We started testing. Be a regular street. Allow traffic to flow and be a festival street. Allow traffic to flow and be a festival street. And part of the key there was raising the grade so it's all level. Okay, Derek, do you want to just talk a little bit about history and then a little bit about history?
Sure. So my involvement in this project began. Sure. So my involvement in this project began in around August. Came in and started looking at what we came in and stared looking at what Shannon Murphy and Leslie had been putting together along with some. And start trying to put them onto papers to see what this meant. And start trying to put them onto papers to see what this meant in geometry. And one of the first things that we did. And so one of the first things that we did when we jumped in there was we gave it a quick layout. And then the next piece was to find out, okay, we need to do some. And then the next piece was to find out, okay, we need to do some stormwater improvements to make sure that runoff from the street. We treat the runoff from the street, especially in its proximity, in a manner that is appropriate, especially in its proximity. When we did that, that's when all of our worlds flipped upside down. When we did that, that's when all of our worlds flipped upside down. What we ended up finding was that the recently constructed elevator and staircase north end of Grand Avenue was situated in a position where it was subject to flooding. Obviously, that's not something that any of us would want to do or proceed forward with a design that would continue that drawings that they submitted to the Union Pacific, and that process is unfortunately just extremely long. So there was a lot of waiting time. Extremely long. So there was a lot of waiting time. When it came time, the CDOT got some good confidence. When it came time, the CDOT got some good confidence. We were able to go back into finish up the construction that we had started. And so that's what happened just recently in the spring. And so that's what happened just recently in the spring. Was finishing out that work that had begun. Was finishing out that work. Had to get morphed a little bit to work with some of the things that CDOT had encountered. To work with some of the things that CDOT had encountered with the railroad, so we could get the construction at that intersection of 7 construction at that intersection of 7 and not have to completed and done and not have to come back. So that unfortunately just ate up a lot of time. So that unfortunately hadn't ate up a lot of project. It was going to be when Leslie hadn't first looked at this project. It was going to be we're putting this out to bid. Well, you're starting work in September. We're going to put it out to bid. Bids in by January. We're going to have bids in by January, and then it just took a long time. And then it just took a long time to work through all.
I just have to say the good news is it's the first time that we have a design. It's the first time that we have a design. You know, we put a lot of things out there that we put a lot of things out there that the community. Here it is. It just didn't quite fit. There were a couple questions that came up last Thursday night. There were a couple questions that came up last Thursday night when we were doing a review. We went through the drawings, and here's one of them. We went through the drawings, and there's a question on to show how have you valued this project. How have you valued this project? So we went through the drawings, and I'm not going to read it all to you, but you can see. I'm not going to read it all to you, but you can see all the different ways on that drawing up there that we tried to bring down the costs. Do you want me to read it, you guys? Do you want me to read it, you guys? We eliminated the ramp to the train platform. We eliminated the ramp to the train eliminated platform. All the boulder terraced seating. Eliminated all the boulder terraced seating. Next to we changed the mortar set granite. We changed the mortar set. Actually, create a garden plaza over in the Sunken Pit area. The good news about that is that we were able to eliminate all the tree grades. We were able to eliminate all the tree grades and all the subsurface all the materials are just going in soft space. All the materials are just going in soft space. Which we changed the granite sidewalk to brick. We eliminated the granite sidewalk to brick. We changed the granite street to brick. We changed the granite street to brick. Concrete. We changed the granite border as a doubling as a shared bike lane. As a doubling as a shared bike lane. We replaced all the wooden benches with boulder seating. We replaced all the wooden benches with boulder seating. A large planting pocket. And we eliminated a large planting pocket. For you, those of you that asked questions last time. For you, those of you that asked questions last time.
On the, I have a question.
How about if I just finish? Shall I just finish? If I just finish? Shall I just finish the presentation? I defer to the mayor. You tell me what you want me to do. I defer to the mayor. You tell me what you want me to do.
Go ahead and answer this question, but let's just hold our. Go ahead and answer this question, but let's just hold ours until after this. Let's go ahead and hold our questions until after they're finished with their presentation, then we can ask whatever questions we want.
So was it also?
Thank you.
So there was work in the initial phase. So there was work in the initial phase.
That's correct. We looked at. That's correct. We looked west to Colorado. East and west to Colorado. And one side of Blake Street. And I guess that's what you were talking about. One side of Blake Street. I guess that's what you were talking about. Yeah.
My main question is when you talk about my main question is when you talk about the drainage issue that came up with the elevator. And this question is partly for our city engineer, Matt Langhorst. Storm drainage have been an issue. Storm drainage have been an issue if we still had as big of an issue if we still had curb and gutter on 7.
Actually, they've gone through this quite a few times.
So is that?
We've seen it quite a few times.
So is that?
Curb and gutter solution to the problem, but it was not. Curb and gutter solution to the problem, but it was not holding. So they were looking at putting 50 feet in. So they were looking at putting 50 feet along 7th Street, north side of 7th Street, inlets along 7th Street, north side of 7th Street. Nobody really wanted to see that. So what Derek, nobody really wanted to see that. So what Derek has done is kind of morph that 50 feet of 7th Street and made it look a little bit nice. Cooper at 7th Street and made it look a little bit nice.
Larger drainage. So we wouldn't have had the. So we wouldn't have had the. So we wouldn't have had that issue if we had curb and gutter. So we wouldn't have had that issue if we had curb and gutter.
There's a lot of things that play into that. Well, there's a lot of things that play into that. The biggest problem was ultimately what came down to the biggest problem was the construction of the elevator.
Okay.
Once it was set and that it was set.
Okay.
Once it was set.
Am I correct, though, and this is the last question until after they finish their presentation. And this is the last question until Derek actually performed stormwater analysis. Derek actually performed the stormwater analysis.
I did, and
performed all the hydraulic calculations.
I did, and then CDOT confirmed it.
Thanks. All right, thanks.
Okay,
so let's
so
continue
we did.
And let's try to.
Okay, so we did.
Let's try to get through the presentation, then we can ask
we
questions.
deserved that. Thank you. All right, so under the bridge, we eliminated the stage.
All right, so
we
under the
changed
bridge,
granite.
we eliminated the stage.
In the walk,
we changed the
street
granite.
to brick. We eliminated
in
the
the walk
stream
and
under
the
the
street to
bridge.
brick. We eliminated
We
the
changed
stream
the
under the
fountain
bridge.
and reduced the
We changed
cost
the
of
fountain and reduced
then
the
we eliminated the
cost of the
deck.
fountain, and
I just
then we
thought
eliminated
based
the
on
deck.
last Thursday's questions,
I just
it would
thought
be good
based
to
on
say.
last Thursday's questions,
Here's the
it would
value
be good to
engineering
say.
because it really
All
did
right,
take
here's
place.
the value engineering because it really did take place.
So I think that's it, Mike.
Okay,
that's our presentation
so I
of
think
just
that's
trying
it,
to give
Mike.
an overview.
That's our
and
presentation of just
thank
trying
you very
to give
much.
an overview, and thank you very much.
Thanks. Thanks. Now questions for Leslie, questions Derek, for Matt. Leslie, Derek, Matt. I'm wondering
this is our time, you guys. If you guys have questions,
I'm wondering
this is our time, you guys. If you guys have questions for staff for the presentation, I would
Derek,
ask them.
Derek, a big chunk of the cost here is the replacement of the. A big chunk of the cost here is the replacement of the existing sanitary sewer line on 7th Street. I want to say it's